whatever you do, whenever you do it, make sure that you have the framework in place through which you're taking that risk. And then, most important, feedback loop and communications.
While taking risks, if you fail to regain if you make let's say you make an error, how do you get the confidence back of leadership?
Very good question. And thank you for asking. Risk is not about jumping off a cliff without having the appropriate framework to protect you, right? When you do jump off a cliff, some of you guys who have done bungee jumping, there are a lot of things, and use these analogies. Analogies are very important. I'm sure Mudit talks about storytelling, and have a lot of stories because it kind of makes things a lot simple. So when you're bungee jumping, you've got a helmet, you've got the harness and things like that. Similarly, when you're taking risks, you're going to have a lot of things around you. Identify those. Make sure that you know you just don't go take a risk without any kind of indicators. You have the metrics, you have the indicators. Know when things are becoming red. Know when they're becoming amber, okay? And take necessary action. So whatever you do, whenever you do it, make sure that you have the framework in place through which you're taking that risk. And then, most important, feedback loop and communications. Continuous feedback, continuous feedback, continuous feedback. You are as good as your feedback you get. And also, you cannot perceive yourself to be 100% right. You know what? Sometimes we are 100% wrong. So check, and also get your team involved. For the last 15 years, all my annual plans have not been from me. I've been the note taker. I make my team give me the annual plans. Actually, they do the work. So what I do is I tell them, we are going to start talking about what we're going to do next year. Start making a list. Start 3 months ago, then 2 months, then a month, then 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Start getting them to think and making a list. Get all their input. Put them, if they're duplicates, get the duplicates out. Then sit down with the team, vote on what the entire team thinks is the most important thing to do, the second most important thing to do, third, fourth, fifth. Then based on that, vote, pick the top 3 or 4, because you can't do everything. And then look at leaders to kind of say, okay, you were one of the guys backing this, give me blah, blah, blah. A little more meat behind the thought process. The timeline and stuff like that. Now, what you did is you got group consensus. It's not you only thinking. You were thinking. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have put that on the list. There's some I will veto totally because I know it's not going to happen. But you got group consensus. You got commitment from the group. They felt that they were part of the journey. They also felt that what they said was valuable, and you listened. You're giving them a chance to kind of come up with the framework. And actually, you know what? You should let them present too. What that does is you are inspiring people to the next level. They'll be a lot more motivated than if you were going and doing their presentation. And that is what I try and do all the time. Try and get members of your team in front of people, because you know what they say? The business is going to say, hey, man, I met this guy from Supro's team. He was really good. Because you gave them the visibility, and you also gave them the capability and that confidence to go make that presentation.